Um, Even better news. While I was discussing, look at how crazy my hair looks. While I was discussing the guy Ryan Wedding, former Olympian who got busted today, earlier this morning I found out around 6 a.m. I think the guy's name is Alexander Soffer or whatever. Supposedly homeless kingpin or something. I don't know. Homeless housing boss, they called him. He, excuse me, about, no, I got a hair. It's like right there. He, whatchamacallit, he got arrested today for homeless fraud. I'm still watching these stories, but today was a great day for Los Angeles County District Attorney Nathan Hochman. And what I want to say is I actually wrote him a letter about the people that are stalking me. So who knows if that helped provide information to get this to where it's at right now. I'm praying that it did. I don't know if it did. I don't know if he saw it, whatever. But everything, the two people that got arrested today, it's making me satisfied enough. I'm not going to stop talking because I think that there's a lot more people out there that need to be arrested. But for example, Ryan Wedding and drug trafficking of anything. Drug trafficking pays for human trafficking. So the drug trafficking, somebody's paying for this AI Stalker 2 shit. All these people that are out here following me around with their iPhone 16 or using my phone to track me or whatever, somebody's paying them, whether it be gift cards, Bitcoin, rewards, clout, ranking, status. And for as many people, for this guy to have pocketed 25 million off of feeding homeless people top ramen, first of all, homeless people, right? They're trying to make me homeless. Homeless people have zero voice. Once you're made homeless, you cannot say shit. Being homeless is like, in Los Angeles, if you're made homeless, you probably said something about somebody who's connected. So what all the homeless people in the street are is just examples of why you don't open up your mouth as a whistleblower. I don't want to put it out into the universe as a thing, but I do have to recognize that me continuing to talk about these people gives me every possibility of becoming homeless. But I'm not going to stop because listen, I'm listening to all the things that this guy bought with the money that he defrauded people from. You know, he in his mind, feeble-minded person, he's thinking he's just defrauding an organization. It's not hurting anyone. It's hurting taxpayers. The reason maybe the streets have potholes and your car's going to get a flat is because this guy took 25 million and pocketed it. He bought a $7 million Westwood home, which he got arrested in today. Thank the Lord Jesus. But I want to connect it to bigger parts of crime. So this guy was able to use housing, lost $25 million, part of that to buy a $7 million home in Westwood. Who is the real estate agent? Real estate agent. What real estate company does it go back to? Because there's a real estate agent, a real estate company that has their name involved with every company I've worked at least for the last 3 or 4 years. That real estate company is Cushman Wakefield. Did Cushman Wakefield sell this guy, Alexander Soffer, his house? If so, there's more connections that need to be looked into. This is an example of old money controlling people, forcing people to be homeless, forcing people into sex trafficking, slavery, forcing people to be dependent on drugs. The old wealth, the people who come from bloodlines that are centuries old, are controlling all of Los Angeles. If they have the ability to make you desperate and in need, they have enough money to make you do anything that they want. Stop being greedy. Stop being needy. Be okay with being homeless. Be okay with having nothing. Be okay with not being materialistic. Says a person with $2,000 glasses. I'll fucking break these things right now if another person gets motherfucking arrested today. That's how happy this shit makes me. How was my day? Juan Camacho, my day was great because I found out that 2 criminals got arrested, put into jail for crimes that are likely related to what I'm going through. So this is the best day I've had in probably a decade, 2 decades. On top of that, I made a video about it earlier, and that's probably not going to post for another day or so because it needs to get watched by the people at YouTube. But I am relieved that the place that I am temping at did not pay me from MLK Day, because I think that adds more to this. I am working at a job that I have more than proven I am competent at, yet I'm still a temporary employee. Temporary employee because it keeps me off of their payroll. Temporary employee because it keeps me from having benefits. Temporary employee because it keeps me from making the amount of money that I really deserve. When originally I had applied for another job like a month ago, I got a call from the recruiter, almost as if to discourage me from seeking other employment, asking me how much I needed to be hired. This is like a month ago. I told her $90,000. I said I need $90,000. I don't know if this place has enough work for me for you guys to pay me $90,000. So they found more work for me. So I'm still not making $90,000. I'm still not a permanent employee. Um, because I didn't get paid for MLK Day, I am ready to move on, and that's that. Do Cross City. What's Cross City? Can you explain? Happy Friday. Hey guys. Hi Daniel. What's Daniel Berry Sports Highlight? Christopher Alcazar. Hi all you guys. Carl Denise. So, if you're in Los Angeles, if you're thinking about moving to Los Angeles, if you're even thinking about visiting Los Angeles, I don't want to be a person to discourage any of your plans, but please know that there are, it's like 8 out of 10 people out here are corrupt. 8 out of 10 people out here don't have enough money to survive out here, which is why they're doing the AI stalker app. I don't know if any of you that are watching right now know what the AI thing is, or if you know how it is used. If there's some of you out there who think you're just looking at somebody or making sure that your phone catches a picture of their face, I don't know if you realize what that's actually intended to do. Because if you don't realize what it's intended to do, it's intended to make people like me, who have spent the last 2 decades working hard just to barely make it alive, become homeless. They are trying to discredit me. They're trying to, I don't know if they're really trying to set me up for a crime, but what this leads me to believe is, by keeping my wages low, preventing me from being able to save money, right? This is the stretch that they're talking about. If I can't save money, there's going to come a point where they cut my salary so much and I have to go into saving so much that I'm going to be 50 years old with no fucking hope. Like, but I don't say that because I always will have hope. I am creative and I can make things with my hands. But the number of people in Los Angeles who are sitting like out there laughing, and a lot of them are tied to UCLA. When I say that is because as I drive near UCLA, the number of people doing the funny shit increases. So that school, and then also in my life and in my history, there's ties to Malibu. People in Malibu know about it. Venice knows about it. People of Venice Beach. So it's everywhere. It's all over Los Angeles. Anywhere where there's like a population of a significant number, there are going to be people feeding into this AI stalker thing. And then what happens is they lead lifestyles like these guys that just got arrested, where they buy homes with the money that they've stolen. They continue to contribute to other trafficking, like human trafficking, sex trafficking, child trafficking. And they control the money in Los Angeles. They control the people who get to become successful. If you are a successful person who talks bad or goes against one of these members, they're going to do to you what they did to me, possibly worse. My story is still not over yet, but I am here to say, 2 people recovering, for me to find out that in my time of talking out, whistleblowing against this, it's like hundreds of millions of dollars have been discovered. Now, how much do I think maybe the district attorney knows about this or has some involvement in it? It's possible. It's possible that these people could be put up as a front to keep you from getting to the main person involved. It's possible that they have to make the story go away, so they'll select like lower level criminals to take the fall while other people are making their escape. So What is going on? What you're going to see if you tune into any of the crime news on YouTube right now, you are going to see a whole lot of Los Angeles heads getting busted. And I want to say it's because I didn't lose my shit. The more calm I get, the more collected I get. I think there was a lot riding on destroying me. And I don't want to be like, oh, yeah, everybody in LA was out to get me. But from what I've heard, they said I was the best target. And I don't know if it's because of the way that I react, because of how much I don't care if they kill me, because of my ability to avoid getting tracked. At least I think it makes the reward increase. I don't know. But whatever it is, I think I'm getting closer to the bottom of it. And if you look back at, like, I want to keep reminding people that Instagram, and I've said it before on my Facebook, they're like journals to me. They're diaries. They will tell you exactly what's going on in my life at the point in my life. I do not mind. And I think maybe some people are attracted to watching because it's like a trauma bond where I am very open about things that may embarrass other people or other people would want to hide, because I don't want to change who I am. When you start to lie about things that you've done, when you start to um, become the kind of person that hides things, hide yourself, hide your personality, then you start to change into a person who becomes a liar, becomes a criminal, becomes a thief. By remaining honest about things that would ordinarily embarrass anybody, I prevent myself from turning into a person who has thoughts that are impure. I'm going to be honest about every single impure thought, every single thought that runs through my mind, because if I'm honest about it, that's my way of checking myself. If I were to ever go about life thinking that the things in my head, nobody knows about them, then I become a person I don't want to be. I would rather have people know everything about me and be able to make a judgment off of truthful information than to go make a judgment based off of things that they are unaware of. So I will always I will always stay the most publicly available person as I can, simply because I think by being a private person, you turn into a bad person. And I don't know. I think I do have some sense of privacy, not in the means of like uh I know that all of my cameras, people have accessed them. My phone has been put on the dark web. Um I found out about this cell phone tracking technology, $18,500 cell phone tracking technology that's used to monitor targets. Um So I'm fairly aware of these people having a tremendous amount of money. All I can think of is, you guys have that much money, you're still that unhappy. Killing people really brings you happiness? Like, how is it that I'm able to find homeless people with $0 who are able to live life more fulfilled and more satisfied than people with all the money in the world? How is that? How is that? How is it that I can just like live my crazy life where I can't even think straight for a minute because of how much I'm harassed, and I can still be this fucking happy? It's because I'm honest. I don't have to think. My mind is not consumed with lies. I don't have to cover up things. Anybody can ask me anything and I will tell you my honest truth. Um Please, I would like people to start asking me weird ass questions that I don't mind answering. But at the same time, I'm going to turn around and ask you the same question back. If you feel comfortable enough asking me that question, I would like to know if you feel comfortable enough replying to that question. It is open share. This is how you get to know people. This is how you get to know who you're dealing with. This is how I'm able to read energies and body language. The scariest people are people who cannot be read. And I've come into contact. My brother is one of those people. You can't read him, but if I'm watching a video of his actions, you can tell exactly what he's doing. He's a manipulator. Everything he does is done intentionally to make somebody, someone, somewhere react or move around in a certain way. I don't think that there's anything that comes out of his mind or his mouth that is not intended to manipulate people. Um, People may, I'm thinking about myself. What could I say that's bad about myself? People may say that I'm a complainer. People who would say that I'm a complainer are people who have wronged me. um, because I don't not talk about things. The reason I'm in the position that I'm in, the reason that I even have any content to post, is because I have made sure not to let people run me over. They may think that they're running me over, but based on the people that got arrested today, how far did that get you? I love this. I love this for Los Angeles. Please keep arresting people. Not just anybody. With that being said, if you're going to take part in something that seems too good to be true, like an app that just kicks out tremendous rewards for very little activity, there's probably something illegal. There's like some kind of illegal element to it. So, with that being said, I pray that the people who are wise enough to pay attention to the news, wise enough to pay attention to what I'm saying, wise enough to want a better life where they don't risk being arrested. Right now, I actually risk being arrested because they forced me to talk about all this shit that the keywords put me onto a watch list. But I don't mind being on a, you can watch me all you fucking want. I ride a scooter around Los Angeles, Hollywood. I play with Legos and I have a cat. And that's about all you're going to get from watching me. I used to have a temper. Now I just yell because I don't know if I'm hard of hearing. No, I'm not. I hear everything. It's not because I'm hard of hearing. I yell because I'm passionate. I yell because I'm passionate. I yell because sometimes people don't understand me and it makes me frustrated. I yell when I get excited. I'm a yeller. I'm a loud person. That's one thing I could say that would be bad about myself. But as far as my treatment of other people, if I can read your energy correctly, there's not going to be foul treatment. Right now, what it... Oh, here we go. I just got a news update. They oh, wait for the next fucking week. There's going to be so many more people that got fucking busted. Oh my gosh. Their whole thing is going down. Ah! I love it. All right. So I guess the next time I come back on will be like the next eventful arrest that they broadcast or just whatever. I feel like there's something more to talk about. But I think I've talked enough for today. I think I've gotten everything I needed to have a great weekend. Great life, maybe even after this. Shit. Uh, my God. I hope they get my... No, I'm not going to say that. Right? I'm praying that she's not what I think she is, but my intuition is strong as fuck.